Pregnancy rumors, an illegal marriage, and wild claims about the plane crash that took her life. Some of the stranger details about Aaliyah's life and death are only now being scrutinized. By the time she was in her early teens, Aaliyah was already honing her craft as a future R&B star and recording her debut album. Released in 1994, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number was greeted by the listening public with a great deal of warmth, and the album soon went platinum. Aaliyah was just 15 at the time of its release, and its title is seemingly a reference to the level of talent she was able to demonstrate while still legally a minor. Today, though, the name comes across as particularly creepy, especially when taken in light of the superstar producer who was responsible for a great deal of the music on it, R. Kelly. Kelly took a major role in crafting the sound of her debut album, but rumors later emerged that the R&B star had started a sexual relationship with Aaliyah, and the pair had illegally married. Things came to a head when Vibe published a bombshell article featuring their marriage certificate. On it, Aaliyah had seemingly lied about her age, claiming she was 18, while Kelly was 27 years old at the time.
Robert's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. He's a great producer, great artist, who I do admire.
As rumors about R. Kelly and Aaliyah swirled, her team sought to minimize the damage the scandal might do to her career. Speaking to Vibe, former Jive A&R Jeff Sledge said the atmosphere at the label became tense after the revelations. He said, "It was a horrible scandal, a horrible situation for everybody involved, so we tried to keep the focus on the music and the videos. But once Vibe did that article, it definitely put a whole different energy around the project and about her and Kelly." The marriage was reportedly annulled shortly after. Aaliyah's work relationship with Kelly was also severed, and record executive Damon Dash later claimed that Aaliyah wanted the singer to be kept away from her in the months following the scandal. Aaliyah refused to discuss the nature of her relationship with Kelly for the rest of her life, making the subject a no-go area for journalists. Kelly was similarly tight-lipped. At Kelly's 2021 trial, his former tour manager, Demetrius Smith, claimed that in 1994, Aaliyah believed she was pregnant. It has been suggested that the marriage was concocted so that she could get an abortion with the approval of a spouse rather than her parents. Kelly is now behind bars after being found guilty of multiple sex crimes. Scrutiny of Aaliyah's love life continued into adulthood, and she was often the focus of media speculation related to the famous men she may or may not have been dating. Of course, celebrity gossip has remained a huge source of entertainment in the decades since the singer's death, but when she was alive, the culture around celebrities' private lives was hugely intrusive, and Aaliyah struggled to keep control of the narrative around her own life. In the same way she declined to admit that her involvement with R. Kelly had come to the point of marriage, she also denied having relationships with other famous figures from the music industry.
But you're not going to get the whole picture of Aaliyah for a while.
One such figure was Jay-Z. According to his business partner Damon Dash, who Aaliyah was in a relationship with at the time of her death, the rapper attempted to romance the young star with gifts and flowers. Word spread that the two were in a relationship, though Aaliyah herself denied the rumors. However, Dash has more recently claimed that he and Jay-Z were both attempting to begin a relationship at the same time, and that she ultimately chose him. Publicly, Aaliyah only referred to Dash as a good friend, though this may simply have been a tactic to protect her privacy. At the time of her plane crash, she and Dash were reportedly planning to marry. If Aaliyah was around today, a certain portion of the internet would be teasing her for being a Nepo baby, a star whose big break was a result of nepotism. In Aaliyah's case, her path was set thanks to her aunt, R&B icon Gladys Knight. During the young star's childhood, Knight was still a sought-after performer and a major draw for audiences. Knight's former husband, Barry Hankerson, was a renowned figure in the world of music with his own record label. He also had experience managing top R&B stars. He became Aaliyah's manager and was instrumental in organizing her live debut alongside Knight for her Las Vegas residency in 1990. Aaliyah was then 11 and already on her way to stardom thanks to her connections. He also helped her sign her first record contract with Jive Records at the age of just 12. In 1995, Aaliyah's father took over management of her music career. Shocking celebrity deaths have a tendency to attract conspiracy theories, and Aaliyah's was no exception. In the 2020 documentary Surviving R. Kelly Part 2 The Reckoning, Dash described her as the sacrificial lamb in the R. Kelly case. And in 2024, her tragic passing came back under the spotlight amid accusations against her former associate, Sean Diddy Combs, who is accused of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Amid growing awareness of the exploitation of girls and young women in the music industry, some are wondering whether the crash that took Aaliyah's life was truly an accident. Despite no definitive evidence, some online sleuths believe that Aaliyah's death may have been organized to protect famous faces in the music industry who may have been involved in Diddy's alleged crimes. More intriguing, however, is a detail concerning the moments before the fateful plane crash. According to the Daily Beast, Aaliyah had a known fear of flying. Some question why she would have boarded the private plane, which was small and overloaded with luggage, a contributing factor in the crash. An eyewitness whose family reportedly owned the taxi company Aaliyah and her team used to get to the airport claimed to have seen her being carried onto the plane unconscious.